Yo to the yo, it is I, the Minion from AllCast Irish Gamers. That right there is my Master Duel gamer tag. Write it down, put yours in the comments, we'll get a duel at some stage. Also, you'd be doing me a huge solid if you could like and subscribe, really helps the video get seen. Welcome back everybody, it's another episode of Top 3 Replays from me, the Minion, and guess what, it's with my Dark Magician Chaos build. This deck is hella fun guys. Now yes, it is still below par because it's missing that key element of Illusion of Chaos, but he will be coming soon and he'll be going straight into this deck. But either way, I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Lots of good hand traps, great interruptions, and let's just jump straight in. First deck I went up against was Resonator. This deck is hard. If you let this deck get going, they can build a pretty good end board because they've got lots of tuners, lots of different level monsters. They can win the big guys, hot red, all that kind of stuff. So I knew this guy was up to something, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna nip this one in the bud, infinite impermanence straight away. No, you're not gonna get to add that card to your hand. Stop right there buddy, I got you, I'm on to you. But either way, he still had plays for days, so he goes straight into Assault Sentinel. That of course allowed him to jump straight into a Synchro for 6, went into Red Rising Dragon. Now, what to do here? Do I Ogre him? Do I Nibiru? I figured I'd wait. He's going to continue on with his summons. Maybe he thought he got away with it, that was my only proper interruption, and he's going to keep summoning. So, fell right into Nibiru territory. Sorry buddy, you're going to get a giant rock for yourself. There you go. Happy birthday. I know it's what you've always wanted. And with the present of a giant rock, what's he gonna do? Well, not much, seeing as he used his normal summon and a few of his extenders, so he's gonna pass turn right there. That's why Nibiru is a pivotal card. Gotta have at least 2 in your deck. I think 3 is brick territory, but I went for 2. It seems to be working out pretty good for me. So straight into Apprentice Illusion, discard the Dark Magician, special summon her. Now, I was on the fence, do I activate her effect just to get another Dark Magician from my deck to my hand? I thought, nah, I'm not really going to bother, I don't need another Dark Magician in my hand. I want to keep one in my deck in case I draw into Advanced Ritual Art, and I might need to send one from the deck in order to special summon one of my Ritual monsters. So that was my reasoning for not getting that plus of Apprentice Illusion. You don't always need to get a Dark Magician from your deck with her. I recommend always keeping one in there, just in case, you never know. But either way, I got my 3 monsters on the field. There's only one card I'm going for, and that is the Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Yeah, okay, I'm under max C, so he gets a draw off it. That's nothing to worry about. As long as I can get this guy's effect to resolve, I can destroy his token, and then I can banish a card on the field. Of course, I'm going to go for that back row because it could be anything. If there's back row, I suggest you get rid of it immediately. And it was of course caught by the grave. Could have came back to haunt me later. And with that, I pass turn and I see what he's got. So he could be planning anything right now. He goes straight for the face down, goes into his normal summon. Normal summon gets him to add. I'm like, do I activate it now? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what this guy is capable of. So discards a card, adds another card to his hand. Now he's about to pop off with another effect. I'm like, yeah, will I let you special summon and get another Synchro monster in the field, or maybe a Hulk play? No, I'm not gonna allow that, mate. Sorry. No, not gonna happen. Use the Ghost Ogre, pop the monster. Yeah, he gets the special summon, but he doesn't get the 2 bodies on the field. And of course he just scoops. Marvelous. On to our second replay with Chaos Dark Magician, and it is Magical Musketeers. This deck can be such a pain in my ass. The fact that they can just bang out their quick play and their trap cards from their hands so long as they're controlling a Musketeer monster, it's just really hard to deal with this deck. So I was happy to see that my Chaos Dark Magician actually handled it pretty well. You can get special summons on the field thanks to your Chaos Dragons, and of course, you know, I had a Diviner as well for backup just in case, just to see, you know, test the water a bit, see what this guy's capable of, maybe try and force out a couple of interactions. I know he's got something, so I kept passing back to him, but either way, he's letting me go for now, so okay, he's not falling for the bait. He's seasoned duelist. He knows that I'm just trying to force out his interruption early so I can get the real monster on the field that I want to summon. So I get Diviner out, try to activate her effect. No, he's not having it. He's got the quick play card, negates my monster's effect, drops its attack to 0. I'm kind of shit out of luck here. And he gets to activate effect of his own because he activated one of his magical musketeer cards. So that leaves me in a spot of bother. Can't go for the play I wanted to. I wanted to go for Diviner, who would then be level 6 with my Chaos Dragon, get Baronet on the field. Just wasn't going to happen. Had to use 3 monsters to summon Blackluster Soldier, but because I didn't use a level 7 or higher monster, he's still pretty vulnerable to being targeted, and he doesn't get his destruction protection. So I wouldn't advise summoning him unless you're using a level 7 or higher monster, but I just had no choice. This guy, he had me up against the wall. I had to do something. This was it. At least you still get to proc Blackluster Soldier's effect, to banish a card on the field, and yeah, you're going to take out that continuous card. Oh no, okay, scratch that. I went for his monster instead. Maybe I felt like without the monster on the field, he wouldn't be able to activate his cards from the hand anymore, because that is a pivotal part. Now he's going to have to set them, which makes him vulnerable. So that might have been my reasoning behind it. And of course the guy has Harpy's Feather Duster. Oh yeah, of course he does. Now, albeit I couldn't have done much with Eternal Soul anyway. I mean, yeah, sure, it would have got me Dark Magician on the field, but it wouldn't have really been an interruption. It just would have saved my bacon for a turn. But he still goes into one of his Link 1 monsters. That gives him a Magical Musketeer. Now I know what's coming. He's going to start banging out cards from his hand again. And yeah, lo and behold, he does. Target one face-up monster on the field, destroy it. Fan-frickin-tastic. There goes my Blackluster Soldier. Now I'm on the back foot again. Sure enough, he's only taking 1,000 off me, but every 1,000 helps. Don't know why I brought the menu up to quit there. I definitely wasn't going to quit this soon. Okay, so he just banished all my light monsters. This guy knows my tactics, he knows what I'm at. He knows that I'm going to try and summon my black Chaos Dragon next turn, so he gets rid of my light monsters. I'll give him kudos there. That was a smart plan. But either way, I use my Lightning Storm to take out his monster, because once again, without those monsters, I just don't think the deck functions as well. So he really needs a Musketeer on the field. Gets the Pot of Desires, gets a monster on the field anyway. Probably should have just went for the back row in retrospect. But not to worry, I'm not out of this duel yet. I've got okay, I don't have a great graveyard, but I can go into Magician's Souls. Souls is going to get me Dark Magician on the field, and maybe I could just beat him down vanilla style. I mean, it's always a possibility. So yeah, Dark Magician coming onto the field. I'm a little worried he might have something on his back row to take him out, but I just had to take the chance. Just get that monster out of there. Nice, got it done. So, pass turn into him. What's he gonna do? Can he beat down a 2-5 beater? Seems he can't. Nice. Okay, right, we're back in this game. Soul Servant. Now, decisions. Do I go and activate it? Top deck something? Maybe like Rod, and then activate the draw straight away? No, I thought I'd be greedy and try and get that extra draw too. Well, what can I say? I like to draw, and Soul Servant requires to have Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl on the field or in the graveyard, so this was my best play. Now, I had a few options from this point, with the exception, of course, of Rod. With no point getting Rod from here on in. Already used my normal summon to tribute summon for Dark Magician Girl. Rod would not have been my best choice. Yeah, I could have used it for a play next turn, but what's next turn going to do for you if you can't get something done this turn? I went for Magician of Chaos instead. Why? Because I had the Ritual card in hand, and it would just be a handy way of getting a monster on the field that could just start popping. Start taking out that back row, start taking out his monsters, and really start putting this guy to the sword. So I put the lone Dark Magician left in my deck into the grave to summon Dark Magician. Okay, well, Magician of Chaos. I know Dark Magician of Chaos is a different card, and he's not that good, so I don't play him. But yeah, Magician of Chaos effect will trigger when I activate Soul Servant. I know I'm not going to get to use the graveyard effect of Soul Servant because I already used it this turn, but I just really wanted to pop off, get that back row out of there. Lo and behold, guy has Forbidden Droplet. So he had to clear out a few cards just to keep his monster on the field. Sure, yeah, he negated me, but he's on like hardly any resources left now. What you gonna do, mate? What you gonna do? I'm about to stack Soul Servant, so I definitely have, or Magician Soul, so I definitely got to play for next turn. Might as well attack him anyway. It's a good chance that if he lowered my monster's attacks. Oh, Ash in defense mode. Don't see that very often. Okay, back to you, mate. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can try activate a spell or trap card. That of course will trigger my Magician Chaos, and he falls straight into it. He's getting rid of one of my Dark Magicians for no apparent reason, just the fact to get rid of it. Could have been a good play, I suppose, if I was trying to get it back out of the graveyard at the time, but I wasn't. He just wanted to eliminate it, just to take away my options. Bad call, mate. Bad call. Because now, of course, I have 2 in there, so I can still send Magician Souls to get the other one out, and this is game. It's over. Normal Summon Rod allows me to get a card from the deck. It's all looking up for minion here. There's no way out of it for my opponent. He doesn't have anything on the field, doesn't have anything in hand. I could keep comboing and summoning and getting stuff on the field, but that's just overkill. I've learned, just get it done. If you have enough to do the job, minimal resources, do it, because then you can keep your other resources if it goes sideways. Boom, done. Now, onto our last replay for my Chaos Dark Magician build, and it's against Dark Lords. Now, this isn't exactly the most intriguing back and forth duel you'll ever see in your life. I included this for one simple reason. This guy made a huge mistake. Yeah, sure, he gave me a monster on my side of the field, so I can't use my Lightning Storm now. It's just not an option because I have that monster. I also can't imperm and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see the benefit of him putting a monster, a useless monster, on my side of the field. Big mistake though, buddy, because you're after giving me all the fuel I need for a sweet OTK. I had the call by the grave in the hand, so I shut his Maxi down straight away. Don't even let it happen. Yeah, sure, I could probably play through Maxi, you know, maybe keep the call by for something else. But I was like, no, I see Maxi, it gets called by. That's rule of thumb, guys. So either way, I send Herald of the Arc Light to the graveyard. Allows me to get a monster from my deck. I go for Saravis because I'm still unsure that he might have something in his hand that targets. If he has like Effect Veiler or something, you know. Saravis is good for a few situations, and it's mostly when it comes down to like your Veilers and your Imperms and stuff. So yes, he is more useful in the TCG, where I'm going to be using Verte and Akanda to go into Dragoon, and you know, Verte is just a big target for stuff that negates. So Saravis is really good in that build, but I still like him in this because there's other effects that target, and your opponent's just not expecting it. That's what I like about him. Just gotta have those interruptions, guys. You really, really do. And he's also searchable with Arclight and stuff and prep. So yeah, play one Saravis. You won't regret it. But back to the play. I've gone into my Baron. I'm getting my Chaos Dragons onto the field. Marvellous. Now I can use Chaos Space, put the Chaos Dragon back into the deck, and get a nice draw one. This is a fantastic interaction I have with this deck. Once you activate that Chaos Space, you chain your Soul Servant, you get to stack whatever card you want, and yeah, you're getting a free draw basically. Go for Magician Souls because it gets that extra body on the field. Nice. Activate Souls, special summon them, dumping that card to the graveyard, and it's all downhill from here. This guy should know he is in full OTK territory. Now, I've got a dead card in my hand in the form of Lightning Storm. Might as well send it for a draw with Souls. You get so much value out of Magician Souls. He's an absolute must-have in any Dark Magician deck if you want to be playing on a competitive level at all. But either way, we go into Selene. As we all know, Selene gets her counters. I get the draw or the search from the Light Chaos Dragon. Now, I can't summon that monster this turn because he's already been special summoned once. But the effect to add is not once per turn. So long as you're resetting him, getting him back in, you've got a follow-up play for next turn in the form of a special summon. And of course I've got the Diviner in my hand. So if I wanted to, I could use the Baron negate, return it to the extra deck on my standby phase, and next turn I can make it again. So it's really handy kind of loop in that sort of sense. So activate, so I'll servant in the graveyard, get my draw 1, then I pop into now I didn't use the Baronet pop here, sorry, I thought I was going to, but I didn't, because if he's got Gamma and I clear his field, his Gamma is now live. So leave his little useless monster on the field as long as possible, because it is blocking the Gamma. Now I go into access code, activate the effect, now I activate the Baronet pop. From here on in, it's just attacks, there's not much you can do, it's game, it's over. One of the most smoothest OTKs I've had with this deck, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. Really enjoying this deck. Let me know what you think of the build in the comments, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye bye.